And I request the press to picture and check on the side, because once we start the program, it will be a little tough for the people sitting at the back to kind of hear it out. To start the program, we are inviting the Mukherjee President to give us the gift certificate to Shri S. Gandhi, Commissioner of Police of Delhi.
मानते नहीं बिल्कुल
We are now invite Rajendra for governing body member to give the green certificate to Shri Deepak Mishra, Special Commissioner of Police, Law and Order. I'd like to invite Ms. Nirupa Bhatt, MD-KIA India and Middle East, to give the green certificate to Shri Taj Hasan, Special Commissioner of Police Crime. Would you come up, ma'am? To take the photo here. And I now invite Poonam Sharma, governing body member, to give the green certificate to Ms. Varsha Sharma, DCP Special Protection Unit for Women and Child. Before we start today's program, we would like to start by playing the national anthem. May I request you all to stand. Very good morning to everyone. Shri D.S. FICCI, Commissioner of Police, Delhi.
Shri Deepak Krishna, Special Commissioner of Police Law and Order, Shri Taj Hassan, Special Commissioner of Police Crime, Ms. Varsha Sharma, DCP Special Protection Unit for Women and Child, Ms. Nirupa Bhatt, MD, GIK, India and Middle East, members of the dais, floor members, and so many friends from the media. Today, we have the privilege of being addressed by the leadership of Delhi Police, which is perhaps the largest It is the largest metropolitan police in the world, larger even than London, Paris, New York, and Tokyo. The police are the public, and the public are the police. The police being only members of the public who are paid to give full-time attention to duties which are incumbent on every citizen in the interest of the community and welfare and existence. A very warm welcome again to our esteemed panelists. Thank you very much for joining us today and for taking out time from your immensely busy schedules to be with us. I'm sure all of us would agree that without the restraining influence of an effective law enforcement body such as the police force, lawlessness and chaos would prevail. We truly appreciate the sincere and strong efforts of Delhi Police to ensure that the citizens of Delhi and the NCR get the best of services and safety at all times. It is highly encouraging that Delhi Police is striving to work towards improving and innovating by adopting several measures like Know Your Police Stations, Eyes and Ears Scheme, Parivartan, Women Help Desk, Yuva Scheme, Interaction by Senior Officers, Jan Sampark Sabhas, and other various measures for better police-public interaction. Here, I would like to mention how Delhi Police has joined hands with FLO and NDMC for empowering women and young girls by imparting training on self-defense. I'm happy to share with you that in the first batch, 60 women and young girls have been trained and given certificates in self-defense. And during my interactions with the trained batch, it was heartwarming to feel the exuberance and the confidence of these young women and the excitement of those who wanted training to continue. FLO could do this workshop as a precursor to the face-to-face program because of all the help extended by the Delhi Police Commissioner, Mr. Bassi, and the Chairman NDMC, Mr. Jalal Srivastav. They definitely deserve a big hand from FLO staff. My sincere thanks to DCP Varsha Sharma and Director Education Vidushi for all their support. I'm proud to share the hard teamwork put in by Harjinder Kaur, governing body member of FLO, in today's face-to-face program on women's safety. Her commitment is exemplary. We appreciate Kiran Gera, past President FLO from Mumbai, to be with us here today. And to all of you present here today for the gift of your time. Although we all understand that the role of policing is fundamental to our day-to-day lives, we mostly take it for granted until terrible acts, incidents or criminality hit the headlines and shock us out of our complacency. At such moments, we start questioning the effectiveness of the police and start raising our voices and concerns. However, as responsible members of civil society, we must not forget that law and order is not solely the responsibility of law enforcement bodies. As citizens of India, we must also fulfill our responsibilities in making the country safer for all. It's been over a year since the widespread Nirbhay protest in 2013 and the Justice Verma Committee's recommendations to amend the Indian Penal Code and the Code of Criminal Procedure. But stricter laws need to be implemented to deter crime against women. At FLO, we have been taking steps in our commitment to making India safer for women. It gives me great pride to share with you that FLO has taken forward the recommendations made by the FICCI and Flow Industry Task Force on Women's Safety by signing a pledge on creating a climate of respect, keeping women safe in December 2013. Eminent personalities have signed this pledge. Flow also partnered with Microsoft India to launch its application on women's safety, the Guardian, at that session. I am confident that today's discussions will provide a platform for further action by Flow and our members in the campaign for women's safety, and I hope that it will also result in closer collaboration between Flow and Delhi Police in making the city safer for women. Sincere thanks to all the Flow members for your continued support for all the endeavors taken up by Flow. We've lined up a few learning programs in the coming months, and I would like to share them with you. The next program is the health event on women's health on 18th July. 6th August is a talk by Shiv Khera on women. Winners don't do different things, they do things differently. And 12th August is an interaction with the Google India head, Mr. Rajan Anand. And to conclude, I would like to end with a quote. The spirit of police officers needs to be recognized in the light of good things that they do for us. A police officer has to deal with complex situations because of the present mobility of crime and people. It is time we look at police officer not as an adversary but as a friend, since all actions are directed towards defending and protecting us against harm and bad. We all look forward to an enriching session.
May I invite Dinner Kaur to introduce the eminent panelists.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to introduce today's panelists. Over the last 6 years, face-to-face program has worked to catalyze a direct communication between senior government officials and the citizens. While expectations from the government are common knowledge, participation of responsible citizens is equally important. Today we discuss a topic of prime concern to our society, women's safety. To discuss and ensure ways to make the women of Delhi safe, we have with us Mr. B.S. Basir, Mr. Deepak Mishra, Mr. Taj Hassan, and Ms. Varsha Sharma from Delhi Police. The first panelist to address us today will be Shri B.S. Basir, Commissioner of Delhi Police. He is an IPS officer from 1977 batch. He trained at National Police Academy, Hyderabad. In October 1984, he was posted to Delhi. He was on deputation with Government of India and also IGP Chandigarh. He returned to Delhi Police and his assignments included Special Commissioner of Police Intelligence. He was later Director General of Police Goa. Thereafter, he has been in Delhi Police and taken over as Commissioner of Police on the afternoon of 31st July 2013. He has achieved President's Medal for Meritorious Service in 1996 and for Distinguished Service in 2003. Please welcome Shri B.S. Basir, Police Commissioner of our city, with a big round. Our next panelist for the day is Shri Deepak Mishra, Special Commissioner of Delhi Police, Law and Order. His education qualification include MSc Physics and postgraduate diploma in Management of Indian Institute of Foreign Trade. He joined IPS in 1985. Mr. Mishra has also been awarded Police Medal for Meritorious and Distinguished Services. There is more to this gentleman than just work, as he is an accomplished artist. He is a poet and writer, having penned several stories, screenplays and dialogues of TV serials as well as full-length feature films. We wholeheartedly welcome you in FICCI Ladies Organization, Mr. Mishra. Our next panelist is Shri Taj Hassan, Special Commissioner of Police Crime. An IPS officer of 1987 batch, he has a wide experience of handling law and order, crime, VIP security, nexus issues and terrorism in Northeast. He has worked as DIG in CISF, a paramilitary force responsible for industrial and airport security. A recipient of President's Police Medal for Distinguished and Exemplary Service again, as well, this gentleman has also written a novel titled The Inexplicable Unhappiness of Ramu Hajjam, published by Hachette India. We welcome you, Mr. Taj Hassan. Our fourth panelist, Ms. Varsha Sharma, is a 1996 batch officer. She has served as ACP Karol Bagh, Oskas and Basant Vihar.
She is currently the DCP Special Police Unit for Women and Children. I especially want to mention the efforts of Ms. Sharma in this forum. She is an active proponent of empowering young girls through self-defense. She immediately extended her support to Flo when we approached her for doing self-defense training workshop for the girls of Technical Institute of NDMC. Kudos to you, ma'am, for this effort. Our moderator for today is Mrs. Kiran Gera, who is a past president of Flo. Professionally, she has worked in the stock market and advertising. May I please request Kiran to initiate today's session? Over to you, Kiran.
Thank you. And I extend a really warm welcome and a very special, grateful welcome to the very eminent panelists on our team. And as we have told you in the invite, it's very difficult to get them all together. I don't think the invites get as much time with them as we may be getting with them today. I want to set the tone of the way this program is going to be conducted and how we're going to conduct it. So I'm going to first give you the terms of engagement, which mean as to what is it that we are here for. This is not Aaki Adalat, and this is not, I'm not going to be behaving like my friend Arnab Goswami either. We are here with our friends, they are our friends, as we have already said so, and we need to talk to them, we need to find out what is it that is restraining them, what is it that we can do as women of this city so that we have a productive interaction with each other. This means that all the questions and all the answers will be very brief. I will also request every audience member that we will not be allowing, I'm sorry, I'm sounding a little dictatorial, but we don't have much time, so forgive me. We will not be allowing any kahanis of your problems with various incidents. Ye hua, wo hua, maa chale gaye, oh no, nothing. Every question has to be general, which is applicable and of interest to the entire audience. So if you're going to start on a question that's more personal, and I'm afraid I'll have to interrupt. Secondly, also, my request to the panelists, our esteemed guests is, sir, if you can keep the questions and answers short, then we will have more to talk about. So I hope you will keep that in mind. So please keep these things in mind when we are asking questions. We have to be respectful, not querulous, but questioning, right? Last and not the least, may I request everyone to switch off their cell phones, please. Thank you. Starting the program, what I'm going to do is talk about, this is the way the program is going to be flowing. We'll talk about what is women's security. Some of these issues are, we don't need to go into detail because we all know about what is at stake largely. So we are not going to waste time on what is the issue, what is happening. What we are here about is that after the Nirbhaya case, which was like a landmark and a red flag for the citizens of Delhi, the women of Delhi and the government as well as the police, have there been any changes? What has happened? If there have been any changes, what are they? If there have not been any changes, why not? And what is it that we can do and what is it that the police can do to make the situation a little better? Statistically, whether we like it or not, Delhi is still considered a very unsafe city. And when you look at the statistics that have been given by the National Crime Bureau itself, the rapes in 2012, which was 680 in the whole year, are now 660 in the first quarter in Delhi. मतलब पूरे साल का कोटा पहले क्वार्टर में खत्म हो गया. So what we do is, there is a situation which is not improved. We need to understand why it has not improved, and the Commissioner said that he would like to speak very briefly first to say what is happening, and then we'll take it forward from there. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Srimati Geeta Uchra, Srimati Ajinda Kaur, Srimati Kiran Gera, Srimati Gupta, Srimati Akash, Shri Deepak Mishra, Shri Aaz Hasan, Srimati Varsha Sharma, my very dear lady citizens from Delhi and friends of media, my colleagues from Delhi Police and other friends. See, I thought, you see, in fact, when I was, I never knew that it was a pincer attack. When Srimati Harjinder Kaur she first sent me a text, SMS, then I got one or two calls. And thereafter, of course, they came with Mrs. Sharma. See, I was thinking I'll be able to read aloud, but they persuaded me, and the audience, when I learned about, so I thought I must use this opportunity in perhaps sharing with you the situation as we perceive, because you see, citizens perceive policing scenario with their own perspective, and we see the situation from our own perspective, and we feel that people do not understand the ground realities, and when we are sitting alone among ourselves, we blame the citizens for their lack of understanding. Of course, citizens have the liberty of criticizing us anywhere and everywhere, and so they of course don't mince their words. But this is an opportunity. You are all opinion leaders. You are the leading lights of industry, who are there running the fate of hundreds of thousands of families through your commercial, industrial and other establishments. So perhaps it will be desirable on my part to at least give an idea of the way we see the scenario in Delhi. One small thing. I'm grateful for you have given us this certificate. This is definitely an innovation and it's a very novel idea to preserve environment. But I think, you see, apart from 3 trees, you can also give us a bouquet because it generates employment. The farmer plants flowers, the transporter brings them to cities and towns, and then of course the florists they sell it. And again, somebody cuts it. So what you can do is you can give you can plant 3 trees and also give a bouquet. I know a bouquet will degenerate after few hours, but in the process you generate a lot of employment, which perhaps is the objective of, I must answer one of the objectives of FICCI. So that primary objective of FICCI must not be forward. The anxiety to preserve environment. So now coming back to the presentation, I hope the laptop will function. Yes. So this is, all, perhaps everything is known to you. Population, of course, as per the UN estimate, is over 2.5 crores, that is 25 million. And we have a strength of about 84,000, of which about 5,000 are women. That makes about 6%. We are in the process of recruiting few more women police officers. The strength by the end of 2015 should be 9% of our total strength. 85 lakh vehicles running up and down in the city. we have a budget of 5,000 crores, perhaps this will be of some interest to the, we are a 5,000 crore industry in that case. Not earning revenue and at least spending that much. So this is the strength. So now I come to the crime in Delhi. See, if you see this chart, in the year 1998, as per the crime registered, the city's crime was 64,882. See, there is a lot of criticism. At times, the person in his anxiety, in his anxiety or her anxiety, can then try to fudge figures. For instance, Satyam, they were in trouble, so they started fudging their books. And many companies, as you know, when they are in trouble, they fudge books, raise loans, they again spend those loans and then again fudge books, they run into trouble. Perhaps something similar was happening with us also, with all of our anxiety that crime is rising. Over the years, there was reluctance, some sort of psychological reluctance developed. At times, the cases were not registered. Consequently, the crime in 1998 was 64,000. It came down to 54,000 in the year 2012. After December 16 incident, a lot of debate on the women's plight came in focus, and one of the key takeaway was that the cases are not registered. When women go to police stations, at times societal pressure, they don't report. Even if they muster courage, they go to police station, they are told it will impact your dignity, etc., etc. You will have to go to long processes. So there used to be some reluctance on the part of the victims and then also some reluctance on the part of policemen to register cases. So consequently, it was mandated by an amendment in the year 2013 and then also a lot of debate that when a woman comes to a police station, she will not be denied of the FIR if the complaint discloses commission of a cognizable offence. And then we found that the crime against women started rising by almost 500%. So we took a decision that if that is the case, the other crime is also depressed. So we took a conscious decision that we will go for truthful recording of crime. The result is in front of you. In the year 2013, we had 80,000 cases. This year, our cases are going to be far more. When we talk in terms of crime per lakh population, it was 505 in the year 1998. Now it is 809 in the year 2014. So this is the comparative figure. When you see the figures, like in the year 2012, total IPC crime was 44,945. It went to 33,000 in the year 2013. Since we are now doing the truthful recording of FIRs for the comparative period, that is January 1 to June 30th, vis-a-vis 2012, if you see from 24,000 it is 74,000. Vis-a-vis 33,000 in the year 2013, it is 71,000. One thing I can now assure you on behalf of Delhi Police, we are not trying to burn crime. If it is happening, we are truthfully recording. In the process, you can see this increase. This is a very academic sort of thing. At times we feel that Delhi is a crime, there are a lot of crime in this mega city. When we compare it with certain other mega cities of the world, perhaps we are a very peaceful society. I am not giving any credit to police, I am giving credit to our societal character. We are a far more peaceful society when you compare. These figures we are taken from the internet, so I cannot be very sure of their authenticity. But whether it is a case of murder, whether it be robberies, rapes, vis-a-vis other societies, we are a very peaceful society. because we are registering more cases, we are arresting more criminals. This perhaps can be seen in this. You see, Delhi, we not only manage, prevent and detect crimes, but Delhi is the capital of India. A lot of dharnas, demonstrations, fairs. It's a religious capital also, particularly those who come from Walled City or those who have some knowledge of Walled City, they know almost every